danger. I am attracted to large, hairy men and shitty puns, so bear with me for a little bit, and it's going to go just fine, I promise. So my preferred pronouns are he, him. I also will accept it if I'm having a bad day. My preferred, Jesus Christ, I can't read. My preferred verbs are lazing, pizzaing, and burritoing. And burritoing is very specifically when you wrap yourself up like a burrito, almost like you are a infant, and then eat a burrito at the same time for muchas gracias. They're the size of a toddler. They're the greatest burritos in the world. I, for some reason, wrote down Alexander Salamander, and I don't know what that means. I accidentally convinced my WoW guild I was a lesbian. Oh, yeah, that's a thing that happened like 5 years ago. So right before I decided to like officially come out and start dating the handsome dude that's sitting back there in the tie-dye shirt, I was in this brief stint where I dated a woman, and it was weird. But I was also playing this game called World of Warcraft at the time. Now, World of Warcraft, if you don't know, is a fake world where you can make fake friends. And you join a guild with these fake friends, and you go and fight fake monsters and spend all of your real money doing this. So anyways, I joined this group of fake friends, and I was asked 2 questions in a very quick succession. The first one was, are you dating someone? And I said, yes, a girl. And the second question was, are you a girl? And I didn't see the second question until after I typed that first answer. So they said, are you dating someone? Are you a girl? And I said, yes, a girl. So 2 weeks later, I'm talking to these people in my WoW guild on voice chat. Voice chat, my voice, talking to them. And one person decides to speak up and ask me how my girlfriend's doing. I'm like, oh, yeah, she's doing well. You know, she's doing okay. Why are you talking about her? And they asked me, you know, well, are you in a happy lesbian relationship? And then that's when it clicked that both of those questions were asked at the same time, and I never answered the second one. So for about 6 months after that, until I quit playing that game, I had to live this lie of being a blood elf demon hunter that was also in a lesbian relationship with a woman named Katie. I had to get her off my Facebook, too. Around that same time, I met a girl named Tonka on Tinder. She told me not to play games with her. I felt like it was really misleading. Oh, man. I haven't done this in a long time, and, like, I get a weird, it's not anxiety, but it's like, I feel like I shouldn't be allowed to have a microphone in front of me and just talk to people. I am 5 years sober, actually. Like, 5 years as of August 3rd. And that makes it weirder. Like, I also, okay, so actually, right, sobriety. I've had so many more people offer to buy me drinks when I tell them that I'm sober than ever did when I was drinking. It's like they want to see what happens when the alcoholic gets back on the horse and finishes that race. When I got sober, I started coming up with these things called Xanisms, which were basically just my sober brain trying to process how mental illness works. One of my favorite ones was always a duck and a goose are almost a swan. I don't know what that was, but I can tell you that it made me feel really good about myself. Because no matter what I feel about myself, it's probably just a scientist that gave me a dumb fucking name. I could have just been a gray swan. Another one was it's probably harder to catch a bird than it is to do whatever you're doing. And honestly, that's just a good rule to follow in life. Because, like, you can procrastinate something, but you got to challenge yourself to do something else in the meantime. And if you try to catch a bird, you're going to give up really quick because those motherfuckers are fast. On the topic of birds, is anyone familiar with the song Close to You by the Carpenters? That song's definitely about someone who's dying. Who the fuck has birds following them everywhere they go? Like, whenever you show up, there's birds there. They're vultures. You're decomposing. All right. I feel like I talked really fast. How much time do I have left? Like 7 minutes? All right. Someone give me a topic. Time dilation? I really do, actually. That's a really good point. I thought you were talking about some kind of weird time, like clock pregnancy thing, and I was going to go on some tangent about that. But I really, because it happens when you're at work too, right? Like I work an office job. I sit and stare at a computer all day and there's a little clock in the bottom corner and it takes an hour and a half for that clock to move 3 minutes. And I don't understand it. Like my job's not even like boring or not fun or anything like that. But it's like if I'm not in a position where I'm allowed to just sit down and play video games and smoke weed and like do all these things that I really enjoy getting the dopamine from, my entire body's just gonna shut down. Wait, I'm allowed to talk about weed, right? Oh, awesome. Okay. Oh, shit. And then there's also in the bathroom. That's right. I saw that. So anyways, I smoke weed. I got started with weed in a weird way because like I smoked like everyone did in high school and like college when it was illegal. So like a friend got some weed and then you would smoke it out of a pop can and feel like shit for like 4 days after that. So when weed became legalized, I was terrified of smoking for some fucking reason. So I only bought edibles. And every high that I ever got was from eating 50 milligram edibles on a daily basis. And my justification was that I wasn't drinking. So this is how sobriety worked, was just binging on a different advice. But I kind of realized that after I took a break for like a month to try and get a job that drug tested, that I was never sober doing that because you just kind of live your life at a high haze. So I was like, all right, fine, I'm going to stop doing that. I'm just going to smoke joints like a middle schooler. So I did that for fucking months. And then finally, like an adult, I just bought a piece of glass that they sell in every fucking smoke shop in the world. And yeah, that's where we're at. I still haven't gone to dabs. So that's probably going to be the next downfall in my life. So anyways, on the topic of pregnant clocks, I was getting back to the time dilation thing. Anyway, anyone else want to give me something to talk about? Warcraft? You want to hear more about World of Warcraft? Dude, I got so much I can tell you about World of Warcraft. Like, they introduced gay characters in the last expansion, and it was so fucking cool. Except for they made them blood elves, which look nothing like me. I need an orc. I need a relationship between an orc and, like, a halfling. Just let me and Adrian be happy. No, there's a new expansion coming out where you get to fly a dragon. Like, that hasn't been a thing that people have been doing in that game for years. But it's like a big thing because you get to control it and like bond with it, and they're becoming a Pixar movie now. And I know all of this because while I don't play the game, I have a steady feed of information about this game from every other source in my life because I don't know how to unsubscribe to news feeds. I just kind of like, I get on Reddit and I'm like, all right, cool. Magic the Gathering, barely play that anymore, but here's everything new that's happening there. And then Hearthstone and World of Warcraft, and then the only video game I even play anymore, which is Overwatch, which, by the way, never fucking play that game. You will hate every aspect of your life if you start playing Overwatch. It's like League of Legends. It's like any other game you've played. Just don't play video games. Video games are just bad for you. Like, my mom was onto something. They just make you mad. She just plays Tetris. Like, she plays Tetris nonstop. Oh, and Assassin's Creed. So, you know, she's a hypocrite. All right. Oh, shit. You guys ever heard of, like, armadillos? Those things that, like, curl up into a ball and they have the shell? So I was reading a story online. I don't know how true it is because it was the internet. But a dude in Texas or Arizona shot one, and it deflected the bullet with its shell, and it hit the dude and killed the dude. And I think it's the only animal that's ever killed a man with a gunshot. Don't look it up because I'm probably wrong. Oh shit. So do you guys ever think about like I should stress like trigger warning, like death and stuff, but not like self-harm or suicide. But do you guys ever think about like